Good evening and welcome to our special coverage from Juba. Tonight, we bring you an update on the recent swearing ceremony at the State House, where President Salva Kiir's daughter, Adut Salva Kiir officially took her oath as the senior presidential envoy on a special program. Alongside her, two new officials in the finance sector and Joseph Majak, the new Minister of Investment, also assumed their duties. Addressing the nation shortly after taking the oath of office, Envoy Adut Kiir pledged to direct her effort toward improving critical sectors that affect the daily life of South Sudanese. These include education, elder care, tourism, and hospitality, areas she believes are vital in closing the gap between the government and the people. Speaking live on South Sudan Broadcasting Corporation, she reflected on her personal journey, saying she grew up within the liberation movement and therefore understands the hardship faced by vulnerable communities across the country. She emphasized that her office will prioritize service that directly touch the life of ordinary people with a strong commitment to integrity, professionalism, and respect. Adut stated that I was born in the movement and grew up among the struggles of our people. This gave me the ability to connect with the pain and experiences of the vulnerable. That is why we will focus on education, health, tourism, and hospitality, sector that can bring government closer to the people and narrow the distance between leadership and citizen. She went on to assure the public that her work would be guided by principles of honesty, accountability, and dignity. The newly sworn-in envoy also described her role as a broad responsibility, one that extends beyond politics and into representation. She says she considered herself a voice for women, young people, the vulnerable, and those whose concerns are often ignored in the country policy-making process. She said, "I'm here not only for myself, but for the women, for the youth, for the vulnerable group, and for all those who do not always have the chance to speak. I want to assure them that I will be their representative, and they will have a voice through me." Adut also acknowledged the pressure that comes with such a high-level appointment, noting that policy making in South Sudan is never simple. However, she promised to remain open to guidance, advice, and even criticism, describing feedback as a necessary tool for leadership growth. "I understand the weight of this responsibility. Decision-making will not be easy, but I will continue seeking advice from my network, from my elders, and from those who have served before me. I'm also open to criticism because it is through criticism that we learn and improve. Even if I'm not like every word said, I will accept it as part of leadership." During her speech, Adut expressed gratitude to all those who attended the lengthy ceremony, apologizing for the long hour but thanking them for their presence and support. She said, "We have been here for many hours and I apologize for that, but I deeply appreciate that you all choose to be with me, to witness this moment and to celebrate alongside me," she said. However, she was quick to remind the audience that celebration must go beyond ceremonies. True celebration, she explained, will only come when promises are translated into tangible development projects. She said, "The real celebration will not be here today. It will come the day we open a 450-bed hospital. It will come when we inaugurate a new school, a clinic, or even a small dispensary. That is when South Sudanese families will feel the difference, and that is when we will celebrate together." Envoy Adut marked the beginning of her new role as she embarked on mission to link state leadership with ordinary citizens by addressing basic services delivery. Her pledge highlights the urgent need for improved healthcare, stronger education system, and opportunities within tourism and hospitality to create jobs and strengthen the economy. As one of the few young women holding such a prominent position in South Sudan leadership, Her appointment is also viewed by many as a step toward greater youth and female representation in the country governance. Now, South Sudanese citizens will be waiting to see if the promise made today will soon be transformed into real action on the ground. Thank you for listening. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Bye-bye.